Alright guys, look who's back. Back again. Go and tell. Tell a friend. Alright, hey guys, this is LarryBoy Fanatic again. Yeah, it's nighttime right now. What's it say? 8:44 p.m. Central Time. So I decided to continue with live streaming my progress on the Bad Apple fan art. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move the camera back here, reposition it so that you guys can see the computer. Alright, so flip this. Alright, so this is part 3 of the fan art streaming series of the Bad Apple. And let's not waste any time. Here we go. I'm going to finish coloring the Bad Apple. I was looking at this and I was thinking about giving the outside part of her cape a darker purple. Oh, I caught you in the middle of making your video? Oh, sorry about that. I didn't know. Alright, so this shade of purple looks a lot better. Alright. Yeah, when I was selecting the colors, I wasn't too sure. And plus, some of you guys were asking me, why not the green cape? Well, I kind of got inspired by the purple cape and top hat that she wore in the PS2 game. So anyways, right now, yeah, not too long ago, it's like, oh man, I'm bored. So, yeah, I got back on streaming. But, you know, this is always fun. I like it. Thanks, 1-800-AWESOME-SAUCE. Yeah, so earlier today, after I got done streaming, I was working on Whatsoever Critics' point of view of our Halloween special. You know, where we play Five Nights at Freddy's. So, I'm working on Whatsoever Critics' perspective right now. And from my perspective, I shared a sneak peek on Patreon. Yeah, I made the link to the sneak peek shareable. So anybody who has the link can see it. In this case, you'll get the link on Patreon. Hi Isaac, welcome to the stream. I'm tempted to say welcome back to the stream, but this is part 3. So like I was saying, I was bored not too long ago, and I thought of going back on stream. So what, I streamed like 2 or 3 times today. Well, that's something you don't see every day. So yeah, I'm working on her top hat. You want to hear something funny? Willy Wonka wants his hat back. Because you know, like in the movie, it's a blatant reference to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It was like when I first saw that scene, like back in 2006, I legitimately got scared. It's like, oh my god. Because growing up, I watched movies like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I didn't mean to scroll around like that. on YouTube. That's fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, right now my thing says that there's 4 people watching. The thing is, it might say something different on your end. But I'm streaming this right now through Streamlabs. So I don't know if the discrepancy has to do with Streamlabs, or I don't know. I'm gonna grab something real quick. Alrighty, so I had to grab my soda. Anyways, Cape is looking so good. Like, well, even though this is a villain, so far so good on the artistic part of this. Not because of the bad apple, but because of the art prowess that I possess. Really creative, if I do say so myself. Here's how I look at the fan art that I've done so far. In my YouTube career. 5 years ago, if you were to tell me that I would be doing fan art on a YouTube channel, then I would have thought of you as crazy. But you know what? It's a reality, and I'm not crazy. I like doing this. Thanks, 1-800-AWESOME-SAUCE. Yeah, it's nice to know that my fans love to watch me do this. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you haven't seen if you haven't seen my stuff on DeviantArt, my DeviantArt name is LarryBoy Fanatic YT. I can go ahead and type it for you guys. So that's my username on DeviantArt. Yeah, I'll also leave it in the description once the stream is over. Normally, I don't leave links in the description until after the stream, because whenever I'm putting in a title and description, like before I go live, it's like a quick description, and then once the stream is over, I go back and edit the description and place the links. Did any of y'all see the new trailer? The trailer to that new the new LarryBoy episode that's supposed to come out real soon? Did you guys see that yet? I did a reaction video on it. It was like, I first learned about it yesterday, and I was like, oh man, I gotta do an emergency video on it. So yesterday, I had the stream, and then afterwards, I uploaded the reaction video. Well, first I had to film the reaction video, and then I did my live stream. And then later on that day, I uploaded my reaction video. To be honest with you guys, I feel mixed about what I just saw in that trailer. Part of me is disappointed. That we get something as lazy for a villain as that guy with the glasses. You call that the Emperor of Envy? Even after I showed you guys the book of the same name, well, it's not really the same after watching that trailer. Because the Emperor of Envy that I know is a cherry tomato and has a fancy fur coat and these big muscular sweet potatoes. But in the supposed latest, newest episode of LarryBoy, we get potatoes that are supposed to be henchmen, but they're not big and buff like on the book. And we get some guy with glasses who's obviously not a cherry tomato. I mean, like, changing the species of vegetable or the type of vegetable wouldn't have been a problem if you hadn't made him nerdy and with glasses and a bow tie. Yeah, 1-800-AWESOME sauce. That's how I see it. The way I see it, whoever's running VeggieTales right now, it's like they're too scared to be creative. Meanwhile, you have people like me doing fan art. You know what? I'd rather see this, something like this, in place of the episode that they're going to give us. I'd rather see the bad apple return. Because if you were to choose between that nerdy whoever, that poser that I keep talking about, would you rather see him or would you rather see this? Like I said, they're being too scared to be creative. Yeah, it's a possibility that they might mess her up too. Because at this point, they don't know any better. So that's why I'm saying something now. And I know some of you were saying in the comments, like to my React video, it's like, you're expecting too much, LarryBoy Fanatic. You're expecting too much. But let me put it this way. Some of you may have a subscription to Yippee TV. And some of you might not, because, well, let's take for example me. I used to have Yippee TV, but I had to cancel my subscription. The only reason why I subscribed to them again was because, like, just to see the episode LarryBoy and the Angry Eyebrows Trouble. And then I had to pause my subscription again because I was at a place where I couldn't afford it. I had to cut back on some things. I mean, the price tag's not that bad. I think it's still cheaper than Netflix, but I digress. So we're considered consumers. You buy something, you expect the product or service to be really, really good. You pay for something, then you expect the product or service to be good, right? So you as a consumer expect a lot from the thing that you buy or the thing that you subscribe to. Yeah, big idea is giving too little. Yeah, that's a good one. But you know what? That's a sad truth also. It's both sad and funny when you think about it. But you know what? But anyway, you're a consumer. You subscribe to a streaming service like Yippee TV, and they're giving you content as lazy as this villain that we're about to see in the upcoming LarryBoy episode. It's like, something's not right here. What are we paying for if that's all they're going to give us? So to say that I expect too much, out of this? The truth is, I'm not just thinking about myself. I'm thinking about everybody else, like the people that have grown up with VeggieTales, like since the early 2000s, like in the 90s. I'm also doing this for the people that grew up with LarryBoy specifically. For the people that grew up with stuff like this, it's like, yeah, we have every right to, ask for a little bit more effort. Because this is what we grew up with. This is what was given to us, like, way back when. Big Idea gave us some really good villains. Like, the Fifth from Outer Space. That was in the first official LarryBoy video ever. They were created back then because the Fifth from Outer Space was a space alien. Like, he kidnapped innocent people. He terrorized a whole town, stepping on cars and destroying stuff. It's like they can't even do that now. It's like, trying to make something G-rated when it's already G-rated. There are like a lot of kids shows outside of VeggieTales. A lot of kids shows and kids channels. Disney has taken risks. It's taken so many risks over the years. And they managed to keep things G-rated. Well, to a certain extent, but you get the idea. LarryBoy and the Bad Apple took risk, but they managed to keep it G-rated. So, I don't know why they're not wanting to be creative like they used to. Alright, so besides Fit for Outer Space, there was Rumorweed and Bad Apple, and yes, even Awful Alvin. Even though he's messed up in the brain, like, yeah. The way he's designed, the character design, that stuck with a lot of people, including me, and there's even fan art dedicated to Awful Alvin. I even talked about it before on my channel. You just do a quick Google search, Google Images, type in Awful Alvin, and you'll see a bunch of fan art on Awful Alvin. So stuff like that resonates with people. So I can't understand why Big Idea now just like they just dropped the ball on this one. If they haven't dropped the ball in the previous LarryBoy episode, then they obviously dropped the ball here. But you know what? The only saving grace that the trailer had was that LarryBoy was acting as a leader to the League of Incredible Vegetables. There's a scene in the trailer where they're in a prison cell or whatever. And he was getting the others like motivated to stop the villain or whatever. I think that was missing from the original League of Incredible Vegetables video. Because in the League of Incredible Vegetables video, the original one, is like there was no leadership other than Alfred. It's like people were just like winging it. It's like they had very little sense of direction, even when LarryBoy was kidnapped. It's like it was just all over the place. And that's one of the reasons I got upset, was because, and I'm going to refer to the DVD cover again. I know somebody had pointed out, oh, well, you were upset because you were upset with League of Incredible Vegetables and their DVD cover not being to your liking. Well, you're right. It wasn't to my liking. The DVD cover was not to my liking because I saw it as false advertising. It was false advertising because if you put LarryBoy front and center on the DVD cover, then you're telling the audience and me, you're telling the audience that LarryBoy would be a great leader to the League of Incredible Vegetables. But then he gets kidnapped by the villain. But there was no leader to begin with. There was like none of them. Like, there was a scene where they were sitting around the table talking to Junior. It's like, we need young heroes to take our place someday. Okay, but who's leading this initiative? It's like it came out of nowhere. It obviously came out of nowhere. The writers obviously... I do not want to blame Mike Naraki for any of that because he co-wrote that video. He co-wrote it with somebody else, but I blame the other person, not Mike Naraki. And so anyways, going back to the trailer. The trailer established LarryBoy as a leader, giving this motivational speech to the other heroes. Hopefully that's not false advertising either. The main reason why I'm disappointed is because there's more skepticism than excitement. But like I said before, I'm gonna watch the episode. I'm gonna unpause my subscription to Yippee TV so that I can watch this episode. Because my subscription's on pause until, what was it, next month, I think. But I gotta say, not too excited, but I'm willing to give that episode a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance. Just like I told some of y'all in the comments. And like I was saying, you as a consumer, you have the right to expect more. Just saying. Especially if you grew up with stuff like this. Okay, so look at that. Alright, so I'm gonna finish coloring this part and then I'll get off stream. So like I was saying, I was bored. So that was why I got back on stream. So essentially I streamed 3 times today. Yeah, including the first one that had an interruption. It was like, we interrupt the stream for no reason at all. No reason whatsoever. We did it at your expense, LarryBoy Fanatic. Ugh. By the way, you unlocked Community tab because we changed our guidelines. Instead of having 1,000 subs to unlock Community tab, we cut that down to 500. At least 500. Yeah, I learned that today. And there was an article about it. It's like, I didn't know I had access to the community tab. Ugh, I couldn't say it. So that's pretty cool. I already posted some stuff on the community tab. I'll put that into good use. But still, Veronica, we interrupted your stream because you were streaming royalty-free music on stream. Even though it's not copyrighted material. we wanted to interrupt your stream just because. So I learned something today. For future reference, I will not stream royalty-free music. Because that'll get me in trouble. For no reason whatsoever. And like I said, if they do flag me because of it, even though as a content creator I have the right to use royalty-free music on my content, especially when they're the ones providing it. If they flag me for that, I'm gonna fight it. Alrighty, so let's zoom out. We're almost done with the bad apple. I'll probably finish it. No, I'll probably finish. I'll probably finish her off stream. And then the next stream, she'll be a little different. Because I really want to focus on the other stuff. But look at LarryBoy. He doesn't look too happy. Alrighty, so I'm gonna flip the camera. Alright, y'all are back to seeing me again. Alrighty, so this was part 3 of the fan art streaming series that I'm doing for the Bad Apple. It's looking pretty good so far, and I'm gonna continue working on this a little bit more, but not too much because I want there to be a part 4 of the stream. So it's been forever. Oh my gosh, 100 awesome sauce. You are so funny. Alrighty, so I hope you guys enjoyed this nighttime stream. If you like the stream, please give it a like and please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support the show, join me on Patreon. $1 or more will get you featured at the end of a video, and you'll also see. Sorry, I got tongue-tied. You'll also see sneak peeks of upcoming episodes before they go live, including sneak peeks of the Halloween special that I'm doing, and my progress on the fan art that I'm doing. So it's a lot of fun. So go check that out, and also check out my my other live streams that I did today, part 2 and 2.2. Alrighty, so that's gonna be it. So until next time, you guys, this has been your girl, LarryBoy Fanatic, the eyes and plunger ears of the LarryBoy multiverse. See you guys.